You are now tuning in to the Val and Val Show, where conversation is art, 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 art. Conversation is art, conversation is art. You should chime in, ain't no telling what to spark on the Val and Val Show. Ain't no telling the Val and Val Show. You know, ain't no telling where we go on the Val and Val Show. Ain't no ceiling, cause the art of conversation is the flow. It's that creativity available when we speak, available in our homes, available in the streets. We just trying to get it sparking and take it a little deeper. Keep it casual while fireside chatting with our people. Yeah, we take it a little deeper. It get hot when we fireside chatting with our people. Cause conversation is art, conversation is art. You should chime in, ain't no telling what'll spark on the Val, the Val and Val Show, the Val and Val Show.
Well, hello. Finally. Hey, we had to defeat the devil with these connections tonight because we have a phenomenal show. One person you all are going to see familiar, she was here last week and I told you all. She has multiple talents. She does a lot of things, multiple streams of income. She's a busy bee and she's raising another busy bee. How about that? So tonight we want to welcome you to Conversation is Art, the Val and Val Show. As you can see, one of the Vals are not here. My dear Valton, he has the flu. So pray for him. Uh, and he's over there got Lashery waiting on him hand and foot. So he may fake the symptoms a little longer. So it's Lashery, just in case you are listening in, don't fall for the okie doke. But anyway, Valton, I miss you. But we're going on. So as I said, tonight we have something phenomenal. Last week we had Doella Thomas, who last week was fitness and about homeschooling. Well, this week she's here with her daughter for a whole different thing. As you will see, we're going to have Mrs. Zoe Thomas, who is an up-and-coming equestrian and a whole lot of other things. And her mother, Doella, in addition to all those things she told you about last week, she is also a horse whisperer, I like to call her, a.k.a. horse trainer. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about Miss Zoe. She volunteers at Forward and Faith Ranch. That's where she rides. She's been a Girl Scout since she was 5. She make bracelets, keychains, and necklace. Already entrepreneur, likes hanging out with her friends. Great swimmer, loves to bake. I'm gonna have to test that out, Zoe, about that baking, okay? Love horses, as you know. And she wants to become a horse trainer and instructor. And her dream is to go to Paris and Hawaii. And she loves shopping, and her favorite colors are red and blue. So, y'all, mama and daughter team, come on in this room. Hello.
Hello.
Y'all, look, Doella don't sign on by 18 computers tonight so we could get this show going.
We made it. Come on, perseverance.
And as you can see, it's 7:21. She hyped just like she was last week. Look at Zoe. Zoe is all chilled and laid back. Look at so. What happened? I don't know. I think I hit my mouse by mistake. Sorry about that, folks. Anywho, we have Miss Zoe Thomas, and as I said, her mother, Doella Thomas. So welcome. We are so excited to have you all tonight. So you all, I wanted Zoe to come on to share what she's doing in the equestrian world, simply because, sadly, in our community, and when I say our community, I mean the Black community, brown community, whichever your flavor, African American, okay? We have a tendency to lean toward the traditional things, not realizing that there's a whole host of things that we can do in this world. I mean, skeet shooting. Nobody ever think about stuff like that. But look, y'all, they have scholarships for this stuff going to college. These things that we don't normally embrace, canoeing, those type things. Um, you know, Thankfully, Venus and Serena opened up the world of tennis for us. And of course, Tiger with golf. So more and more people in our community are trying those things, but not many in the horse riding world. And I grew up a country girl. I had cowboys in my family. They did with the rodeos, and I don't think a lot of people realize, you know, we had men that were in rodeos and girls that were in rodeos. So it's not that we didn't do these things. Somehow they got taken from us. So now we're reclaiming everything. and I'm gonna say it, that the devil thought he had stolen. We're getting it all back plus with some interest, okay? With that. So with that said, Miss Zoe, how are you tonight?
I'm great.
Great, good, good. So now let's talk about school. How's school?
It's good so far this year.
Oh, okay, so you can tell the truth on you tell the truth. So how grade mommy as a teacher, A, we're gonna tell you an A through C. I ain't gonna let you give her a D. A through C.
A through C. B.
Woo!
Okay.
That's good. I still got some work I can improve on. That's all right.
You're in the middle. You're in the middle. Y'all, I apologize. We do have a little reverb coming in. That may be from the, but look, we going on because it was hard enough to get in. Okay, so you're homeschooled, which to me, in my opinion, for you, it really works, especially with you doing horse riding and stuff. The good thing about homeschooling, as your mom shared last week, you can adjust the lessons in your day according to your life, which is one good thing with homeschooling. So, Zoe, tell us what made you interested in learning how to ride horses.
I've always thought riding horses was super cool. Even though I did gymnastics, I still chose horse riding because I knew one of my friends were there. And when I went and rode the first time, I thought it was amazing. So I wanted to keep doing it.
Okay, great, great, great. It is. I didn't ride a lot growing up, but my uncle, he actually had horses, and I remember just going in the stable with them and everything. They are really a very gentle creature if you treat them accordingly. They're a big creature, but they are a gentle creature as well. So you gave up gymnastics to ride horses?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
What's so
Wow. So,
sad? Zoe was doing gymnastics. She started like at 4, and she did gymnastics for almost 3 years. And then we heard about the horse world. But she had already ridden horses a few times in Mississippi because her daddy, that's his back. He came, his dad, now the daddy, I'm really not the horse trainer. The daddy, my husband, is the horse trainer. He can break a
okay.
horse and do all of the nine because he grew up with it. His grandfather, they own horses, race horses, and all that. But when I took Zoe, I said, now you get a choice. We're not doing gymnastics and we're not doing equestrian. First of all, that's too much time. And that's a lot of money. Nobody got time to be going back and forth. I can't be doing all that. So choose one. And after she chose equestrian over gymnastics, even though she had been doing gymnastics longer. But I really believe the Holy Spirit put that, what he knew was already within her for her to choose the right thing.
That's it. That's it. You're like me, Doella, with our kids. We told them they could have one major and one minor activity to do, but you can do everything.
Mm-hmm.
And our daughter played tennis all the way through college. I mean, not through college, through high school, and she just decided she didn't want to play anymore in college, which that was fine. And our son played basketball, although he should have played soccer. Look, this is Valton. He said hello,
Hey,
Val and
Val,
Zoe.
I'm missing him.
Yeah. He's sorry can't be with you. So Doella is here too. The horse whisperer is here too, Valton. But so Zoe, listen to you all. Zoe gave up gymnastics to ride the horse, okay? That's awesome because a lot of people would not have done that. But I think riding the horse is better because baby, them gymnastic folks got to work. And plus, I mean, barring something major, your injuries are greatly decreased. Just sitting on top of a horse versus you flipping and going. Got to hit those landings. Although we know horses can be dangerous, y'all. Don't mess with them now; they'll take you out.
Yeah.
And how much does a horse weigh, like your horse, on the average? You know,
Maybe 1,000 pounds. Some are 2,000.
woo. Okay, so just imagine that beast getting angry. Yep. So you gotta treat them. You gotta treat them kind. You gotta treat them kind. So Zoe, so how long have you been riding?
Almost 5 years.
Wow, 5 years. So have you just started competing?
I've been competing for a good while.
Good while, good while. And I
Yeah.
hate I couldn't get one of your videos to show them with some of your training you done. We try to get one tagged on the page, Doella, so people can see. And you all,
Okay.
she looks so regal. And I was sitting there thinking, honey, I was watching you, and I was like, honey, I got my Kentucky Derby hat. I got my dress on. That's something I always wanted to do. Just go to the Kentucky Derby, just to wear my hat and my dress, to be, dressed
Mhm.
up and feel the vibe of it. So now, Zoe, I noticed here you say you want to be a horse trainer and an instructor. So is that after you go on to be a world renowned equestrian and win lots of competitions and all of that stuff? You want to train later, or do you want to start training?
I'm gonna train horses throughout all of it.
Okay. Oh, she said she gonna listen, y'all. She like a mama. She like a mama. Doing a whole lot of stuff. You see, she already got a business. She got a business, y'all. So look, that's great. That's great. So now, Doella, bring you in. Tell us, how did you find out about Forward and Faith Ranch?
Well, the reason I found out Ford and Faith Ranch was because of a friend. Her name is Joanna Pyron. Her and my daughter were at gymnastics together. And she knows the lady, which is Elizabeth Stanley and Andrew Stanley, which are the owners of Ford and Faith Ranch. She grew up with her. They went to school together. But she told me, girl, you need to bring Zoe over here because her daughter's name is Zoe too. She said Zoe has started riding, horses in April. And I was like, okay, well, we'll see. I said, really, I don't really know anything about the horse world like that. I said, my husband grew up with that, but that's not my forte. So that's how I found out about Forward and Faith, is through my friend Joanna. So that's when it was September 2018 when we actually went to the ranch for the first time, and that's where we kind of got the taste of it. Though it was 6 then when we first went out trying and everything. So, but it's my friend Joanna. So it's word of mouth, which is a great. I love the place. It's absolutely amazing. And to piggyback what you were just asking Zoe about, if she wanted to do horse training like first, and the reason she said throughout, because one thing that Elizabeth Stanley does is she's training these children now. Like she's
Uh-huh.
not waiting till they're older. Like Zoe is already going through training. The Riders Club, they're already
Okay.
learning. They're learning how to lunge the horses. They have to feed the horses. They have to muck the stall. So they're learning so many things, even as young as they are, which I think is absolutely amazing. Because when you have somebody that's mentoring and pouring into you the things that they know, and Elizabeth's been doing it for over 25 years, and so
Okay.
she has somebody that's well equipped. Now she is the horse whisperer. She's the horse trainer. You get the nine. She trains autistic children, people with disabilities, cerebral palsy, children that are blind. It's all kind of people out there. So it's really a great facility to be a part of because it's more than horseback riding. She's getting so much character building, team building, working together
Okay.
with so many people. So that's why I love it for that purpose as
Just
well.
like any other sport or activity, you working
Mhm.
together as a team. Now go back to a word you used. You said they learn how to do what to the stall? Muck.
Muck. They have to muck the stalls, which is
Okay, so tell everybody what muck
I'm
is.
gonna let Zoe do that.
Zoe, tell us what muck is.
Muck is horse poo.
So what do you have to do?
Well, you have your muck bucket and your muck rake or shovel, and you shovel it in the bucket and clean out your stall. And then you have to dump the muck bucket where all the muck goes.
So I bet you like that, don't you? That's the best part, ain't it? That's the
No.
best part.
I like it.
But you know what? You need to know all of that process, because once you get to a point of, just say you arrive and you're a famous rider or whatever, sometimes people have a tendency forget the process of getting there, and that's really great that you get to go through that process, knowing, and also you learn that it takes a lot to keep up a stable and
Mhm.
feeding horses and grooming them, all of that stuff. Um, and I don't do we. I'm assuming, do they? They gotta still have shoot. What do you call them? Horseshoemans that do the.
The farrier.
Farriers.
The farrier.
Okay, say that again.
Farrier.
Okay, fair. Yeah, we learning something. So I'm from the country. We call them the horseshoeman. Okay, we know all that.
Yes, the farrier. I think the farrier comes out every 4 to 6 weeks to put on the horseshoes. He was actually out there on this past Tuesday. He was there.
Okay, so listen, you all. That's another opportunity. If you have some child that love animals or something, that's a trade.
It
That
is.
is a trade, you all. I mean, I've seen it done, not in person, but on TV. It takes some skill too. It's to me, I call like this is like it's like fitting braces to the horse's hoof. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
unique to that. Look at him, y'all. Look
Who?
at here.
Oh, hey, Mr. Mountain, how you doing?
Hello.
You feeling bad and popping in here?
I've been
That's what
better.
I'm talking
Look,
Say
Valter.
what?
Valter, your voice is extra deep. Now that you're sick, you sound like Barry White for real.
Yeah. What's happening, y'all? You good?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
we missed you.
Yeah, I wanted to pop in and say hello to Zoe and Doella.
about.
Yeah,
Hello.
so look,
Yeah.
I told Lasherie not let you be taking advantage of her.
Oh, what does that mean?
Look, you be fake. You know how you do? You fake the sickness, or you
No,
fake
baby.
like you're a little sicker than you are. But y'all, I felt so sorry for him when he told me. He said, "I'm sick. This has really took me out."
I don't like being sick.
Mm-mm.
I don't like being sick. So Zoe, I wanted to come on and say hello to you, and I'm proud of you, and I want you to do all you can. Where are you all located?
Where do we live?
Barn. Oh, Bessemer.
So y'all in Birmingham. Okay, good.
Yeah,
What school do you attend?
We homeschool.
Okay.
yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
Valter, you weren't here last week. Doella was our fill-in last week for homeschooler.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
she's a
cool.
homeschooler, actually, big time homeschooler, honey.
All right.
Who was it? CB? Who did the? She been on national TV, honey, about homeschooling, black homeschoolers.
All right, cool.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Right.
Zoe rated her before you came on. I told her from A to Z, I wasn't gonna let her give her mama a D just in case.
Oh
So she
Lord.
gave her a B for being a homeschool
All right.
teacher.
So I still got work. I can improve. That's okay. I can do better.
And we all can,
Yeah.
improve. That's awesome. That's really awesome. So, have you all written any books or anything like that as it relates to your body of work, riding horses?
We have not written any books yet. That baby woman, Zoe said yes. She said yes. So
Okay. Have you shot any footage of you riding?
yes, we have plenty of footage of her writing. A lot of that. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. I think Valerie's over there looking. I think she knows where I'm going with this.
Where you going? What you saying?
Okay, just let me go on. This is my cue. And some of you may know, and some of you may not know.
It's not a cue,
My
Valerie.
listen, my co-host, Valton, aka The Voice, the other Val, he is a playwright. And he has this series called Welcome to Dundrel Heights. Now, in my mind, I'm thinking he must be finna write a new play, or is he gonna try to fit this horse into Dundrel Heights? I don't know.
Well, it is filmed in Texas, you know.
Yeah, a horse riding scene, which I love about Valton, because even though God's blessing him in this forum,
Yes.
he's looking for other ways to bring others in so that they can be blessed as well. So Valton, he holds his film camp. So that's what he's thinking about, Zoe, how to write you into one of his stories, horse riding. So don't be surprised, though, Ella, when you get a call from Valton
Right.
We frozen.
that want to
frozen.
include you all in a part of his
Daddy.
series or upcoming series, because he's gonna be writing much more.
Can y'all hear Valerie?
They had
Hello?
some connection issues earlier.
I
Can you
see.
still hear me, Doella?
You can't hear? Okay.
Yeah, can you
Okay.
hear?
I think they beeped out because they were talking. Yeah, they gone.
Yeah, something. She lives out in McCalla, and she been
Oh,
having bad problems tonight.
Here we
you
go.
there
Can you
now?
hear now?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right.
You could you hear us though?
I couldn't hear you. My husband was trying to call and it did knock it out. So I think that's what happened.
Okay.
Oh, okay then. Tam, don't be calling y'all in the middle of this interview.
Oh Lord.
No, what I was saying was that Valton, did you hear me when I say Valton's a screenwriter? He has a
Mm.
show called Welcome to Dundrel Heights, and he will be writing others. So he's trying to figure out now, Zoe, Equestrian, how can I fit her in? And he's
Right.
great at doing that. He does that.
You're
He
very kind,
includes
Valerie.
others. So
Oh wow.
hey Doella, he's like y'all. He got multiple streams of income. He a
Oh,
busy
whatever.
man.
Don't tell folks that.
Oh, and Valta Zoe is already entrepreneur. She makes bracelets and
Okay.
what else? Let me go back down here. I gotta
Necklace.
go to my
keychain,
necklaces and keychains.
and loves
Keychain.
painting.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. She
All right.
also bakes, Valton. Valton loves to
So,
cook, Zoe.
so are you going to do anything for Christmas holidays? Do it while you're out of school? Like set up a little pop-up shop?
Oh, you're going to look
That
here.
might be a good idea.
That would be a great idea.
Yeah, yeah. But listen, before I go into a coughing rage, which I feel coming on, I'm going to pop off of here, okay? But Valerie, if you will, share my contact information with the Thomases.
Okay.
And Miss Thomas, I'd like to meet your husband as well, okay?
Okay.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
Valton, let me tell
Yeah.
you this. This is who I'm getting up at 5:30 doing Zoom exercise classes with, Doella. This is my
Oh, is that right?
trainer.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Well, Valton,
All right,
you
guys.
take care.
Take care.
Take care.
Good to
Thank
see
you.
y'all. All right. Bye-bye.
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 Bye.
And that's one thing I love about Valton. He's always looking at ways to elevate other
I love
people with
Yes.
it. Yeah. So look, he just gave you an idea, didn't he, Zoe? Pop-up shop, bracelets.
She's been working on bracelets too. She went to the store the other day to Michael's and she spent almost $50 on product of her own money, not mine. I said, you got to use your money. And she has been in her room making all kind of bracelets. She about to show you one now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's his name on it?
Go back the other way. Yeah, that's nice. Well,
And
look, we're gonna have to get you a pop-up shop so you can sell some of those during the holidays, Zoe. So Zoe, let me ask you this. How many other people of color, black, Hispanic, or whatever is at Faith Ranch?
Oh, actually, I will answer this because it might be hard for her to answer.
Addison. I think. There's
Gigi.
that Gigi. There's the girl. She has like the long black hair. She has the purple riding set.
Actually, it's probably now roughly, I would say maybe between 7 to 10, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Which it has grown since I've been there, because I know when I first started, I didn't see any of our community out there at first. And that's one thing I know Elizabeth has really noticed that, and she enjoys that because we have been there, and I post a lot and I
Yeah.
talk about sport and faith, because I think it's just an avenue and a way to share for our culture, our community, to do something different, to try something different as well, if that's what you love to do. And even when we have gone out to horse shows, we don't see a lot, like you stated, we don't see a lot of Black people, at horse shows. Here and there we do, but I can say at Forward in Faith, I can see that it's starting to grow as well, not just with
Right.
Black, with other nationalities out there as well too. So, which is amazing.
So let me ask you this. What about now? I'm sure horseback riding cannot be on the lower ends of cost. So what if you have a child that comes that their parents don't have the financial means? Do they have any programs to assist children like that may be interested?
Yeah, Miss Elizabeth could actually work with, sometimes she does things that she can do that. If she has that available, she'll do that with people, but she'll talk with that, family on their one-on-one basis needs. But she do offer things for people that have, financial challenges, things of that nature.
And everything. Because
Yes.
that one of those could be a barrier to people. And you know what? This is one thing I want to tell parents that if you're having children, y'all, we had a sports savings account, okay? Because you can't wait till they start doing it to start preparing for it. So, as I said, from my hometown, we had lots of cowboys. I mean, my uncle, my cousin's dad was one, and then one of our fans that's watching her, Uncle Charlie and his brothers were excellent horsemen in the rodeo. Like I said, used to have the rodeo. Used to
Right.
come down their hometown. And I don't know you all. Have you all seen the movie with Idris Elba, Concrete Cowboys?
I haven't seen that.
It is so good. I think it's based in Philadelphia, where back in long ago, they actually had these cowboys in the city, like city part of Philadelphia. And it's really a good movie. It's called and that's why it's called Concrete Cowboys.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up.
With that. So yeah. And then out in the hometown, and Elna can attest this. Horses were everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Horses were everywhere. My uncle, who is now deceased, Kenneth, he could tame the wildest horse. I mean, it's like as soon as they got in his presence, he made a connection with them
Wow.
that could come. And no training now, just growing up being around horses, knowing what works and how you need to treat them as well. So Zoe, I know you're going to be a dynamic, phenomenal instructor and trainer. Hey, and bracelet maker, and necklace and all of that. Just like your mom excels in everything that she does. So what's the next steps? I know you started, you're competing. So what's your next step as you move along?
Well, when I turn at least 13, I'm going to be an instructor in training,
Okay.
teach classes.
Is that kind of like the law? Do you have to be at least 13 to actually start training for instructor?
Yeah, I
Doing.
mean, there is a certain age. I know Miss Elizabeth, she was like 11 or 12, like with the grooming that she was getting, but like to the point where they can, like really teach and things of that nature and help out. She's doing a lot of things now, like with somebody assisting or mentoring or being there with her. So she's gaining so much already. They even have to we have the CHA book, which is the Certified Horsemen's Association. And even as the Riders Club, because she's a part of a team that's called the Riders Club, but now we call Equestrian team because our name was changed to Equestrian team. They have to read the CHA book. It's four different levels. Yes, they have to study the book. They have to take a test on the book, and then they have to do a riding dressage pattern in the arena, even to become a part of the equestrian team. So they really have to know their stuff when it comes to the horse. They can't just know how to get on a horse and ride, but they have to know what's going on, what to look for when the horse is sick. If they colic, how do you know that they have colic? If they have thrash, how do you know what's going on with thrash? Thrush, excuse me. Thank you. See how she already, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, she can correct me. But just she's teaching them all these things at an early age, how to act around a horse. What do you do around a horse? Because like you said earlier, even though they're big creatures, they're very timid and they can be scared. Like, they get scared very quickly. So it's not that they will be trying to hurt you if something happened, but if you walk up on them and they can't see you, because remember, their eyes are going straight, not to, on the sides. They're not straight ahead. Their eyes are on the side, so we have to be, aware of how to be around the horses, what to do around the horses, how to treat the horses, if they're acting different, kind of just learning to read the horses. And I like that they get that opportunity to learn those things so they can really understand.
So now, Doella, so fast forward. Okay, Zoe wanted to do horseback riding and training, learning how to ride. So, like most the normal parents, the regular parents, just like, okay, drop the child off and sit up in the stands, read a book or walk around. So how does one go from sitting in the stand to
well, let me tell you about the lady named Elizabeth Stanley. One thing about Forward in Faith, it is a family born. So she really wants the family to be involved with her. Because, so first I came, I'm thinking, I hear it and leave the horse. I'm like, lady, I don't know my foot, and you should see me. I literally, what I'm doing, I got the lead, which is I have the row.
Okay, hold on a minute, Doella. Hold on a minute. We breaking up. Okay, let's see. Okay, try to say that again. You said you were sitting there and what happened?
There, and she calls me out. Hey, lead a horse. And I told her, I don't do this. This is not my arena. So that's kind of how I got, because she really does want the involvement. And so when I might get to teach, and that's just what I love to do, that I've been given by the Holy Spirit. And so here and help with the horses, and then before you know it, you will be a great teacher, because she just saw kind of how. And I just wanted to learn more. I didn't know a lot about that. This is something that my daughter truly loves. Bringing her to this, I need to have more on what to look for and things of that nature. And the arena to start learning
Yeah. Hey,
how women.
Doella, we got to, you breaking up bad. Now I don't know what's going on. I'm going to get y'all to move out of McCalla. Huh?
I just said, can you hear me?
Let's see. I can hear you, but we had the reverb and we could hear you good, but then you're breaking up really bad. And it just started. Say something now. No, we lost our connection totally. I can't even hear you now. I hate that but I'm gonna give y'all a synopsis of what she was saying. She was saying how she got involved with becoming a trainer was that's one thing that the Stanleys encouraged for the family to be involved.
You hear me now?
Yeah, now you clear now. You were talking. Say something.
I said, can
You
you
went
hear
out again. Okay, you got a delay. I said, Lord, Satan just don't want us to get all this information tonight. But anyway, long story short, she said Miss Stanley pulled out those off that bleachers like lead this horse. So pretty much it sounds like to me at faith forward that you're gonna be dragged into it whether you want to be or not if you showing up, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Say something now, Doella. I hear you.
forward? Can you hear me forward and
No,
faith?
you talking to your words coming later. The first thing when we couldn't come on earlier. So you all, we apologize. What we'll do, we're gonna have them back so y'all can get all this information. And then we would be definitely sure to have some clips of Zoe riding. That'll work.
Yes.
So look, y'all don't go nowhere yet because now I gotta have my get my information for you all. You all know Tuesday, November 8th, that is voting. Okay. Statewide voting. Not gonna tell you how to vote. But I will say you need to vote for people that are going to have the best interest of not just you, but the majority of people. Uh, Also be familiar with your local stuff much, much more than the national stuff because your local folks are going to do things that directly impact you. I think for the first time in our history and voting, we're in a very interesting place in the United States of America as it becomes to a lot of things because now we're not even saying people have to know the Pledge of Allegiance to run for office. They can just run now, and that's kind of scary, people. However, y'all know we believers on this show, so we do know who is in charge. So whomever wins at the end of the day next Tuesday, God has allowed them to be there, be they a good leader or they're not a good leader. Because as we know biblically, that we had good kings, good leaders, bad leaders. And what I will say, the type of leader that's in place to me is a reflection for people to pay attention and then be more intentional when races and stuff come up later on. But in the meantime, go and vote, make your choice. And then even if you don't vote, you get definitely whoever shows up because you did not catch your side. You can always say if it don't work out, hey, vote for them. But we want everybody to go out to vote. And y'all be kind. People don't have to believe what you believe. They don't have to agree with you. Just go on your way. There's no use in arguing and debating with people because if they feel one way, that's just how they feel. And until God's changing somebody's heart, there's nothing that we can do. So I hope you all go out and vote. Eleanor, we're gonna go horseback ride. She grew up in my hometown too. So I'm gonna have to come out to the ranch. I really want to come out and just see what's going on Zoe, you keep doing everything you're doing, your entrepreneurship with your necklaces, your bracelets, and key rings. I got to get me a key ring for sure and a necklace. I don't wear bracelets that much. But I thank you all for coming on. Sorry for the connection problems, but hey, that's just how Satan works when it's something good you want to get out. Parents, look at something other than football, baseball, basketball. You got hockey, you got soccer, you got badminton, you got all kind of stuff that people can go to even go to college for y'all. Get a scholarship if that's what your child wants to do. But also, don't forget you can be a farrier. Did I say that right? Farrier, aka horseshoe fitter. Okay, and that takes some skills. That's a trade, you all. You go over there work. Just think if you go out there working doing them horseshoes at the Kentucky Derby. That's a nice salary. That's a nice salary. So go out and explore things. Eleanor said, I have not been on a horse since childhood. You still a child at heart. Come on. So you all, we thank you all for joining us. You all have a good night. Be safe. Watch out because this flu virus, you all, is making it seem like making people really sick. So be careful. Wash your hands. And you may want to put your mask back on. You know, COVID's still out here, but put your mask back on so you won't catch this flu that's going around as well. Because as we know, schools and everything have been closed. So y'all, we thank you all for joining the conversation. And next week, you all, we're going to have the Brunels. We had to reschedule. We couldn't get them on because they had connection issues. No, Restream was down. Then the next week, they had a concert and couldn't come on. So we're going to have them on next week. And we look forward. No, I take that back. Just ignore everything I said. Not next week. They're the following week. Next week, you all, we got something special, okay? We have a young man, Miles Rowe, from Atlanta, Georgia, who is a IndyCar race car driver, okay? And I know him personally. I grew up with his mom, and he's going to be on. This past year, he won 5 races, meaning first pole. And he's moving on up to the next level. And I want you all to come hear his phenomenal story because it is definitely phenomenal that God has truly provided a way for him. So next week, hey, that's one for you. Start saving your money, though, if you want a race car driver. For sure. It takes a boatload of money plus. So you all have a good night. Enjoy. And we'll see you all next week. Take care. Stay on, Doella and Zoe.